In order to start with this one, we have the subject and verb agreement going with the singular form of the verb. In order to start studying singular form of the verbs, we have the uncountable nouns. When you use an uncountable noun as categories in general, they are always in the singular form. Like in this example, please help me.
Sugar contributes to people having too many calories.
Also, if you have a singular countable nouns, this one, they are always in the singular form when referring to one unit of it. Emiliano, please help me with the example.
The chef cooks the food for all the guests.
So chefs could be in singular, could be in plural. In this example, particularly is in singular. So that's the reason we use the singular form of the verb. Then indefinite pronouns. The indefinite pronouns refer to people or things without saying exactly who or what they are. And examples of indefinite pronouns can be everyone, someone, anyone, no one. Please help me.
Everybody works hard, but someone is outstanding in this group, and anyone feels jealous of that. Indeed, no one complains about it.
Yes, indeed, and no one complains about it. Also, we have singular determiners. Singular determiners are followed by a singular verb form. You can use each of, neither, and none in the formal way. Like in this example, please help me.
Each student has his or her or their study schedule.
Hmm?
Each knows how to deal with the time, and neither of the students changes it once a month.
It doesn't matter that you are using a plural noun, the verb is always in the singular form because you are using neither of, and each, or none. The last thing to study when we need to use a singular form of the verb is when you are using collective nouns. Collective nouns are nouns that refer to a group of people, animals, things, etc. Like in this one, please help me.
The crew works hard every day.
Perfect. These are the examples for the singular form of the verb because we also have plural ideas. And those can be with plural countable nouns. Plural countable nouns always have a plural form of the verb, like in here.
Innocent victims share their pain. Okay,
Pain.
their pain.
As the same way you have the collective nouns use a verb in singular, but collective adjectives, they use verbs in plural. Collective adjectives are used to refer a group of people based on a characteristic.
The innocent share their pain.
So it's the same as the previous example, but we're not using the noun, we are using the adjective. That means that we need to use the article de and then innocent as a noun in the plural idea, and not in the singular form. Plural determiners.
If,
Yes?
if I say in the first example, I have the article was wrong, was a mistake.
Well, because you're not being specific, yes, that's a mistake. You use the if you're being specific. The innocent
Okay,
victims in this city or in this area. If you specify, you need the. If you're talking in general, you don't need that article.
okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so I was saying the plural determiners. Previously, we had singular determiners. Now we're going to discuss the plural determiners. Plural determiners are followed by a plural verb form, like in here. Please help me with these examples.
Both my parents enjoy speaking English, as well as all the people I know do. Many speak fluently, but some struggle with it. Several keep practicing as much as they can, and a few repeat classes once in a while, but none are droppers.
None are
None are
droppers.
informal.
None are in this case because we are understanding this example in an informal way. Remember that you have the formal way and you have the informal way. So it doesn't matter if you use singular or plural, that depends on the context. All right, this is the topic. We already remember all the things that you have studied. Let's say, our class, and we have the verb take. I need you to recognize if in here we have a collective adjective, a collective noun, and the best form of the verb. I'm going to help you with the first. What do you think? If we talk about our class, it's okay.
Singular.
Okay, so is this a collective noun or collective adjective?
It's a collective noun.
Exactly. So what is the best form? Could you please tell me the full sentence?
I think our class take a field trip to the Natural History Museum every year.
So only take?
Take.
With the S, exactly. Takes.
Takes.
Using the singular form, for sure. Or class takes. Perfect. Please continue. What do we have? Do we have collective adjective or collective noun?
The French, that means the people. So it should be plural. The French are
So,
the best chefs.
exactly. We're talking about people, but people with a specific characteristic. French, the demonym. So yes, the French are the best chefs. Please continue.
Jury. What does mean jury?
Jury is a group of people in the court. They take the decision.
I think is comes.
So the full sentence is?
The jury comes to a verdict.
Please continue.
Sure, sure. Fortune favor the bold. Fortune. What fortune mean?
Fortune, yes.
Fortune. Fortune, bold, I'm not sure.
What type of subject can be fortune?
Fortune. It's singular. Favors.
Yes.
Favors the bold. Should be.
Favors, for sure.
Favors.
What do we do in here?
She must defend the weak and helpless.
Do we modify the verb or do we keep it as it is?
No, teacher. The verb is in baseball because must is a
Modal verb.
modal verb.
Yes, exactly. So because the main verb is the modal verb, we're here, we don't need to change anything. In here, have a look at the full sentence. What is the best answer?
Napoleon's army is finally defeated at Waterloo on June 18th, 1850.
So we have defeated. So what do you
Defeated.
believe?
Okay. It's singular. Singular forms for the verb. So
The
is.
full sentence is?
Napoleon's army is finally defeated at Waterloo on June 18th,
So we have
1815.
we have defeated. We have a date, June 18th.
Okay.
So would it be is?
Defeated? No, I'm not sure. Not sure. So it should be plural.
No, it's singular.
Singular?
But is?
So is the Napoleon I'm black. Singular is it's not are many years ago was
Exactly. We need the past.
obviously okay. It's past.
For sure. We needed the simple past.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Don't worry. What about the next one?
The oldest person is regularly the wisest.
The wisest, yes. Because we have superlative, we know that this is singular. Let's continue.
The British want to hold the war. Want.
I don't know. Want or wants?
Plural. Want.
Want, exactly, without the S. It's plural because we're basing this on a collective adjective, the British. Let's continue.
The rock group, the rock group has been on tour for months.
Because group refers to many people, more than one. Yes, this is a collective noun. We need to use has.
The Italian have amazing restaurants.
Once again, exactly, we are using a collective adjective, so we need to use the plural form of the verb, have. And let's finish with this one, Luz.
The audience normally screams when the singer appears on stage.
Exactly, just like that. Okay, well, my friends, at the moment we remember some of the basic rules in order to understand subject and verb agreement. Now we can go with the conversation practice. Let's start having a conversation with this topic. Over here, we're going to start with the subject and verb agreement, and then we can go with asides. Let's start with this first set of questions. Please select one question.
The question is number 4.
Read that question for him.
Do many of your friends like reggaeton music?
Well, absolutely the majority of my friends doesn't like reggaeton music. Yeah, they are older.
Could you please repeat your answer?
The majority of my friends don't
Mhm.
doesn't like reggaeton music.
Why doesn't?
Doesn't, it's singular.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
When
it's a
you
group of
use
people.
the majority of my friends, almost all of them, right? Do you believe that
Okay,
we need singular or plural?
the majority of my friends
Mhm.
don't like.
Okay.
I'm not absolutely sure.
We're
Don't
talking
like reggaeton.
almost all of them, right?
Yeah, almost all of them.
Mhm. Okay, so the
So
most
it should be plural. Yeah,
for sure.
don't like. Yeah.
And
It's good. Okay, number 6. Why do some people live longer than other people?
I think that some people live longer than other people because they don't want to crowded space or crowded crowded place crowded.
I didn't get that. You, are you trying to say that they live longer because they don't stay in crowded areas, in crowded places,
In crowded places. Yeah.
as in cities?
Oh no, outside, for example.
All right.
Do a few of your friends speak a second language?
Do a few of your friends speak a second language? Okay. Um, really about my friends, maybe speak, but maybe they speaks. No, speak. Okay. They speak, but no at all. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Second, does each of us have the same goals in studying English?
In my opinion, that is personal, but I think that each of us have different goals. It's not the same studying English.
So would it be each of us have?
Uh, each of us have
Sorry?
uh, each of us have different goals.
So would it be have in the plural idea?
No, I think it's has
Has, exactly, with the S.
because each
Because each talks about the
that's
singular idea, for sure. That's the reason you have does in the question.
question number 1. Does each company in your area support local youngsters?
Youngsters, yes.
Youngsters. Youngsters.
Youngster is the noun for young people.
Young people?
Mhm.
Support local youngsters. What do you mean? That
When
it's
you
for work on that.
when you have the word youngsters, This is this is
Worker
the
young, younger
this is
workers, young
yeah,
workers.
not particularly workers, only young people, people who are young.
Okay, but the question means for work. Yeah.
Yes, because we're talking about the companies. Yes. Well,
Okay.
it could be with work, or it could be with other strategies. So it could be a broader meaning.
Okay. Okay. That's each company. Okay. In my area, um, usually the companies don't doesn't doesn't support local youngers.
So would it be companies doesn't?
The companies doesn't. Yeah. Each company, each can say each but it's plural.
But you're changing the message.
Yeah, no. I know where, what part. I'm changing it.
Let's start over here.
Because,
You are saying
okay,
only companies in plural. If you say companies, would it be doesn't?
companies. No, no, no. It's plural, absolutely.
So we
Don't.
use don't. Okay.
But the question is, that's each.
This is one option. But what I really want you to use is this, each
Yeah,
company.
okay.
So
Okay.
does each company in your area support local youngsters?
Each company in my area doesn't support local youngers. That could be the answer.
Could you please one more time?
Each company, each
Each
company
company.
in my area doesn't support local youngers.
Yes, exactly, totally, because you are
Okay.
using each. Yes, you need to use doesn't. All right.
5. Were you sure about some or many of the answers you gave in your last exam?
Okay, I think I was sure about some answer because I think I need more confidence in my answers or more fluently in my answer.
Is it answer or answers? I'm confused.
Answers.
Answers, exactly, because answers is a countable noun. We need it in plural if we want to use some or many.
Question number 3. Is each of the buildings in your area surrounded by high metal fencing?
Each of the buildings in my area doesn't surrounded by high metal fencing.
Okay, but if we emphasize this way, each of the buildings, how
Each
would
of
you how would you rephrase your answer? How would
each,
you say the same, but in other words,
in
including
other
the
words, okay, the
terminals you have?
buildings. I could say the buildings in my area uh, don't surrounded by high metal fencing.
So don't surround it.
Don't, yeah, yes. If I say the buildings, I say don't.
Okay, the buildings, my area, don't
Don't,
don't what?
don't surrounded by high metal fencing.
Okay, so you have an auxiliary, right? After an
Yeah,
auxiliary, what do we need?
don't,
Did.
Mm-mm.
don't,
Isn't the past?
are, don't,
Okay.
or not. A verb.
Let me illustrate with another
And
sentence.
isn't.
Okay,
If you have an
it's
auxiliary,
not surrounded. Okay,
what do you need after the auxiliary?
a verb.
A verb,
Verb.
exactly. Do you have
Verb.
a verb in here?
No, surrounded.
What is the
Surrounded.
verb in your
Surrounded.
sentence? So in the question,
Is
what is the
okay.
verb?
Is.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
the
It's not.
auxiliary is the verb being.
The buildings in my area is don't. Are you
Isn't.
Isn't.
don't? It's don't.
Isn't, exactly.
Isn't.
Ahora,
Mhm.
let
Yeah.
me try now with the last mistake. We already know the auxiliary is the
Isn't.
verb be, but if you're saying buildings, is the singular
It's
or plural?
plural. It's
So
plural.
what else do we need to do?
Yes, plural. The buildings.
Uh-huh. So what is
Man,
the
a
last
lot of
mistake to
buildings.
improve?
It's aren't.
Uh-huh.
Aren't. And then a lot of practice. Yes.
Well, that is the idea, to recognize the
Yeah.
subject and the
Yeah.
form of the verb. And if you have to use maybe an auxiliary like in here, well, we need to remember what is the negative form. So in your answer, you use buildings in plural. That means that the auxiliary should be in plural as well. But in the question, we use each of the buildings. So because we had each of the buildings, that is the reason we had a singular. In other words, if you want to paraphrase, no, teacher, each of the buildings in my area isn't, because you mentioned ish. If you say ish, you need to say isn't. But if you don't say ish, you need to use the plural. So that is the difference in here. All right, any final questions on this one?
No, teacher, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, now that we practice a little the subject and verb agreement, we can move forward. We can go now to the perfect and past forms.